Week 2 of the National Football League. And we've got the Bengals veteran linebacker, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Bengals and the Cowboys, and it's all up next.
Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Well, the Bengals getting set for their first possession of the ball game and leading them out in his 3rd season. Really the face of Cincinnati football, Joe Burrow.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
Ready?
Quickly to the air is Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be out right at the 35. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He completes it to Boyd. And he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Mixon will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So another touchdown for him on the year now, Charles. He had 2 in the opener last week and hits pay dirt for a 3rd time here.
And with good health, he's got a really good chance to be up there among the leaders in touchdowns scored when this season comes to an end. Quick question, partner. Is it bad luck to toast him with a sports drink?
Not at all, partner. I think that's a fantastic idea. Cheers. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Cowboys taking the field on offense, and for a 7th season, it's Dak Prescott who brings them out.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 11 carries, 64 yards, and a touchdown.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first. The Cowboys had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Dak on the option left. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. From the 39, Prescott. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. This is caught by Hilton. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're open to getting down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety too. They're going to bring pressure.
And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there. Now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. 11. Again, it's Mixon. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Bulldozes past him.
Holding, receiving team.
A pretty good return, all things considered, but hold it.
I agree with you totally. It's actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
Elliott going to bite off about 7 on that one. A good run on 1st down. After 1-7-0. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Elliott running right. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he will have a Cowboys first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Big push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Here we go.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 29. 46 yards on the ground for him so far. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll buy some time right. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. So he stopped for no gain, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Open man Lamb. It's complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Prescott yet again, letting one go deep for the end zone. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Morrow. And good. And we are tied at 7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Week 2 underway around the NFL, and a reminder that later tonight it'll be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener, the 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary last year. And then tomorrow night, a treat, a Monday night doubleheader, Tennessee and Buffalo, 7:15 Eastern, and then Minnesota and Philly kicking off a little over an hour later. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Burrow loses the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, Mixon. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll send Hilton in motion right. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
That is caught by Lamb. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. To throw is Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
To the air again, Prescott. Touchdown! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Moore, and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The drive somewhere that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by the T.Y. Hilton touchdown. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow out of his hands quickly to Higgins. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Burrow on 3rd down. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. And Burrow going to throw again. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And he fires one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they wanted to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. So we've hit halftime all even at... Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Score that tackle for loss to the Wyoming alumnus, Logan Wilson. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
3rd and long for Prescott. This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Elliott. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Again, it's Elliott. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Elliott. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. The kick by Marr is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. They don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter. But I think maybe you still say mission accomplished. accomplish as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati 1st down. Burrow will throw. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he stopped immediately there. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That's taken in by Higgins. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 58 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. They'll give it to Mixon. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch it. Back now in Arlington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Here's a run with Mixon. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. They go play action with Burrow. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
McPherson's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this 4th quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Prescott now. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. He'll go right back to Lamb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. With that, he's up to 160 yards receiving now for the ball game.
And partner, a tie game in the fourth quarter. You want both more in the NFL? That's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And his throw is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. First down, Prescott. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lamb. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Daxton Hill picks it off.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 for a Bengals TD. In a tie game fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Pollard to return from the end zone.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick-6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. He's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's a gain of 35.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A first down throw for Prescott. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing again on second down. Prescott. That's caught again by Schultz. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They'll throw again. Prescott. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
Sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with career touchdown number 70. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. They do take on the extra point as well. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Nothing
separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. From the 6. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also,
and this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set. That's complete to Lamb. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. Prescott. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Here's Dak. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A give to Elliott. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on third down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get close.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call. And it's... So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Here's Burrow. Throw left side complete to Chase. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
Now one final throw incomplete, and time will run out. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they...
Oh, and it's intercepted! Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. What a gigantic interception here in the first drive of overtime. And now, Charles, with where they're at on the field, I mean, they're already in field goal range to win this thing.
And the head coach is just talking to the special teams coordinator right now and saying, okay, where does he want the ball positioned? Because that's all you're going to do on offense. Move it to that spot. Make sure you take care of the football and probably third down, kick the field goal, and try and win this game.
Mix it up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on third. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he is in for the score! And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.